So how do they explain away the fact that the galaxies are spinning 10 times too fast, that the inside of a galaxy is spinning slower than the outside of it? How do they explain that away? Oh, dark matter, of course. Let's just invent something called dark matter, a filler, and say, oh, that does it. That's why. Because there's dark matter there. Oh, we can't see it. We can't detect it. We've been trying. We've got all kinds of multi-millions of dollars worth of equipment seeking that little bit of dark matter. We're trying to find one, just a little particle of it somewhere in the universe. We can't find it, can't see it, can't detect it, but it's there. Trust me. Have faith in us because we're Evo gurus. The astronomers have figured it out. The physics, the mathematics don't add up. So they have invented something called dark matter to try to explain away the origin of the universe, the formation of stars, and the formation of galaxies, and why they exist still to this day, instead of just come apart. They can find no reason why they even exist.
Yes, they probably could not if, like you, their knowledge of cosmology consisted of 3 minutes from an episode of The Universe. Do not misunderstand me, I am a fan of The Universe. I think it's a great program. However, I have taken actual physics and astronomy classes. They are undergraduate courses, but the work in those classes pales in comparison to any science television program. The Universe is designed to be flashy and entertaining. It barely scratches the surface of any topics it covers. The scientists featured in each episode are attempting to simplify complex fields and years of study into sound bites of a minute at a time. Apparently they aren't simple enough for you.
The more mass, or stuff, you have in an object, the more gravitational pull it will have.
That's why dark matter was invented by evolutionists.
Let me try to explain this in a way that a geocentrist can understand, provided that is even possible. When we observe the motion of the objects in our solar system, we learn the relation between mass, distance, and orbital velocity. It is predictable and easily calculable thanks to Newton's law of gravity and Einstein's theory of relativity. The astronomers in the video NephilimFree quote mine described how this relation is not observed by the stars that make up the galaxies. The motion of the galaxies indicates that the visible matter, i.e. stars, planets, gas, and dust, does not constitute the entire makeup of the universe. The previously mentioned matter is observed by the radiation or light it emanates. The matter creating this extra gravitational influence emits no known radiation. That is why it is called dark matter. It is observed by its gravitational influence. Think of it like tracking the invisible man by following his footprints.
Each one has a spiral disk of stars, and then surrounding that, a halo of dark matter, invisible material that we can detect by its gravitational field.
All right, got it? Dark matter is observed via its gravitational influence in lieu of its radiation, okay? It's observed by its gravity, not its radiation. Why is this so hard for you to understand? Do you take issue with this evidence? Why would you accept observation by radiation but flat out deny observation by gravitational pull?
The outside of them is spinning 10 times too fast. Now 10 times is a lot of times too fast. You see, dark matter doesn't exist, and there was no Big Bang.
You disagree with these cosmologists' conclusions? Okay, if you think you have a testable hypothesis that fits the evidence better, that's fine. Go on then. What is it?
And the cosmos don't evolve. They never did. They can't. They were created by God. Why does the outside of a galaxy spin 10 times too fast? Faster than its inside? When gravity and physics tells us this cannot be? Because it's the hand of God that operates it.
Right. Well, unless you can provide some sort of evidence of God giving a galaxy the finger, why the hell should we believe you? Why don't you show us where galaxies are mentioned in the Bible? Considering that they were discovered thousands of years after the Bible was written, that would be an amazing revelation. I'll save you the trouble. It doesn't.
Did you notice the astronomer admit that he made an assumption of this massive amount of material there?
Yes, we did. He said assume because a halo of invisible matter sounded better than astronomy is the devil's work. You're a geocentrist. Why are you even talking about galaxies?
I'm a geocentrist. I believe the universe is spinning around the Earth.
It does not make sense even from a geocentric point of view. You accept that stars orbit the centers of their galaxies, but you think our star, as well as many galaxies of stars, orbit our planet? Where are we in relation to the Milky Way? Do you even believe the Milky Way exists? Or are we just surrounded by a group of a few thousand stars near us and then millions of galaxies farther away? If we are in the Milky Way, do you think that we are in the exact center? If you do accept our location in our galaxy, does that mean it swings around us like a hula hoop? Nothing like this is mentioned in the Bible, not even close. The Bible clearly describes the universe as consisting of a flat earth covered in a crystal dome. The sun orbits it, and a firmament of stars covers all. Your videos are full of contradictions. You do not seem to have any coherent connection to most of your complaints against science. Instead, you latch on to any quote, any facet that you perceive as proving some sort of huge problem for scientists, and then you crow over how this somehow exonerates your religion. You don't even consider what you are saying. Your ideas are disjointed and disconnected. This is further evident by your recent response to Dawn Exodus 2, in which you respond to one 10-minute video with a 6-part, hour-long, unstructured, unscripted, unedited ramble. Dark matter exists to illustrate one of the many parts of our universe that is currently unknown, and scientists freely and openly admit these unknowns. If they were just making excuses, they probably would not have discussed them openly on a television show. And if they somehow had discovered that God was manhandling the galaxies, you'd think they would come up with a global conspiracy with a much more comprehensive sounding cop-out than dark matter.
The only way to resolve this paradox of galaxies which spin 10 times too fast is to assume that there is a halo of invisible matter surrounding the galaxy, keeping the galaxy whole. Is to assume that there is a halo of invisible matter.
Secular pseudoscience and evolutionism at their very best. Hey, it doesn't exist, but we gotta have it, so let's invent it. Because, hey, there can't be such thing as God, right?
You bitch.